Hi, Mr. Karthik. It's good to connect with you and also to know that you have really taking the initiative forward in terms of having metal in terms of setting up a 3D service center. Also, let me congratulate you, Karthik, for being accorded the 3D Graphy Medical Awards 2020, upcoming 3D Printing Service Bureau of the Year. It's always a pleasure to connect with respondents who have started the business, and we always want to encourage the good work that they've done because we believe more centers in the country means there is more proliferation, which means there's more awareness and there is business eventually, and the correct and the right service going to the end users, the doctors and the surgeons, and eventually going to the patients. So congratulations for this effort. And may I now ask you, Karthik, about your background and how did you think of getting into 3D printing in the first place?
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank you also, Shibu, for your efforts to get 3D graphy to be forefront in recognition of the work being done in the medical space and the dental space, and also for getting us on board and for your recent event for the 3D graphy event. And we are very happy to be associated with you. And a special thanks to Dr. John Nason from STARS as well for introducing us to you. And he's also done a great job of recognizing us as a budding talent and motivating us and supporting us. So with that note, I would like to start by introducing myself. I am Karthik Rajendiran, and our 3D printing venture is called Primaeam Solutions. And we are the first in South India to have started with some of the high-end technologies, having in mind the requirement for this particular area where we have the technologies for high-end medical and dental applications. So to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm basically a mechanical engineer with masters in mechanical engineering from Wayne State University, and I started working for my dad, which is a family-owned business, into sheet metal testing and fabrication for pretty much automotive, general engineering, electronics, electricals, shipbuilding, and whatnot. So over the last 17 years, I've had an experience in setting up new factory and getting a different area of expansion into what we were doing. And basically, the parent company is a 37-year-old company, Sunfab, and we have a very good recognition in Chennai among the automotive and other OEMs. So with that background, I got exposed to 3D printing sometime in June last year. I was traveling and for purchase of equipment and machinery for my company, I came across this company that was also into additive manufacturing, and immediately that sparked an interest, and I started looking into technology, studying a lot about it, attending a lot more of the events, conferences. ITAP Singapore was really a game changer. It really opened up my mind for 3D printing, and that was the best event I can say. And then afterwards, immediately was Formnext, and Formnext was also a very good exposure. Basically, the space was huge. I mean, the way 3D printing was projected was something that I haven't really thought about it to that point. So that was the beginning, and then we were not looking back. We just kind of were very motivated and very aggressive in trying to understand and in trying to learn about the Indian market, the needs of the Indian market. And then we planned our strategy to get into the space which would be a best fit to meet the needs of the Indian medical and dental industry. And a best part of this is that it not just meets for medical and dental, but the applications are really endless. So you could do anything from a toy to a medical implant. So that was quite interesting as well, where which kind of motivated us even more to pursue this strongly and gave us the confidence to invest and get into. Yeah.
Sorry, what is the kind of medical business as in context to dental medical, covering equipment and devices and appliances in medical, what you probably would like to envisage in terms of an opportunity there compared to the aerospace and the other. Are we dealing this separately, Karthik? These are two different set of services that you'll be looking at.
See, basically, the market or the thing is pretty much, can be met by the same set of equipment. What really changes is only the material and the understanding and the design for the particular requirement. So, like I said, the base or the infrastructure is which is already there can meet the requirements for both. And what is quite essential is that we have to have the certifications, so which is very stringent for both medical and aerospace applications. So if anything goes into an aircraft, that needs the highest level of certification. And likewise, if something goes into a human body, also need a level of certification, which is not so as opposed to something which is external. So if you are doing something for a ground handling equipment of an aircraft, it need not have to have that as opposed to what it goes into an aircraft. Likewise, if you're going for a prosthesis, it need not have to have the same level of regulations as to what something that goes inside of a human body. So that way, like I said, the most critical thing here is the understanding of the requirement and the knowledge of being able to get the inputs and working on the design and then making the product precisely to meet the requirements. So, which is what is the key thing here.
So, what do you see the market for PSI is for you as a company? What is the strategy going forward in terms of seeing the opportunity in that space?
See, market in India is in a very young stage. I would say it's in a very growing up stage. The Indian market has been exposed to PSI for the last few years. And what has happened is the beginning was for these OEMs to take up equipments for their captive purpose, and research institutes like IITs, they have been on the forefront for embracing the technology, for research, for understanding and propagation of that. And then if you see is now coming to a stage where people have started to begin to start using the products on a more broader scale. So where it was on a testing or where it was on a initial stage, now it has come to the beginning stage of adoption and use. So this is quite an interesting stage because this is the one where a lot of things can be achieved, a lot of things can be made and showcased and propagated for the market to really capture it much faster, I should say. So we are in that point of time if you're talking about the PSI market in India. And not only that, Make in India offers a very big scope for not just addressing the Indian market, but also using the same kind of facility and things to meet requirements abroad as well. So pretty much this then becomes a global market, so to say, and not just restricted as an Indian market.
Good. And what do you see the larger opportunity for medical as a sector?
See, for medical, our country is the second largest populated country in the world. And we have a population that has all kinds of diverse qualities, an aging population, a young population, and the youngsters and the children. So in that case, if you see, every area of this population has certain needs, and people with different medical conditions, and some of these are quite patient specific, I should say. So 3D offers a wonderful platform for us to not have a generalized approach and have a specific patient specific implants to be made or prosthetics to be made and so on. So if things are being made on a bunch, like say a small, medium or large, then that's not something that's going to be useful to a person with a specific condition. So we have these technologies where we can go for 3D scanning of a person for his particular requirement, and then based on that we can have something that really is able to come down to the level of mimicking the body exactly to the physiology of that particular patient. So, which is one really good thing is that we can provide the greatest level of comfort and suitability to a patient as opposed to something which is just generic and bought, and then you would have to adjust to fit into that particular prosthetic or an implant. So that way it offers a huge gamut of opportunities.
Also, for what I know, the center also offers an end-to-end solution, starting with the pre-op requirements for doctors to have these prototypes, which is also what you offer. At the same time, there is also an opportunity for the metal implants, probably for their implants, for the final body implants, for them to use that as a solution. So
Right.
that takes care of an array of solutions that you're offering. It's interesting to know that you set up a very good platform and an organization set, Karthik, and wishing you all the best for your endeavor. And
Thank you.
I hope this will set the pathway going forward. Maybe the awards could be the first go in terms of where you have looked at your goals, achieving it, and we wish you all the best in your endeavor, and also for your future prospects in setting up Premia, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be one
Primaeam.
of the best 3D printing medical services in the globe. So we wish you all the very best. Seriously, I mean, and very happy to know that we've been able to connect. And thank you so much for your time, Karthik, and wishing you and your company all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And like we explained, we aim at Primaeam to be the doorstep for your additive manufacturing requirements for the Indian market and the globe.
All the
Thank
best. Thank you so
thank
much. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
you. Okay. Bye bye.